Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello to you. Welcome back to the channel where you join me on what is technically going to be day 4 of the 2018 Gumball 3000. So you join me at the moment at the cargo terminal in Bologna airport. The cars have all just arrived from the 3rd day, which brought us from Milan via Pagani right here, where they're now being loaded up into cargo planes to be flown to Japan. About 100 of the Gumball 3000 cars will be taken through here to 3 cargo planes. They're going to take us over to Osaka to continue the Gumball 3000 from London to Tokyo. So Osaka, Kyoto, Nanao, then via Mt Fuji into Tokyo. This adventure is quite frankly ridiculous because we're going to jump onto another plane, land on the same day, unload all of the cars, and then get driving. When we get to Japan, I've got a car to pick up as well. I'm saying farewell now to my AMG GTR that I've been driving from London to Chantilly to Milan to Bologna because something else is awaiting when we get over there. This is quite frankly ridiculous and absurd in every possible way. The cars now all get taken out, we're going to board a flight, so let's get this started. Just following through then, where that AMG GTR has come, this is where all of the cars are being loaded. But the craziest thing is that to even get to London in the first place, these cars had to be flown or shipped in from around the world. So this is the Team Salomon Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster. They came over from New York, but the cars arrive in here, they get their paperwork done and checked before they come onto the pallets that are going to be loading them up, double-decker height, before taking them out to the planes that haven't even arrived yet. That's the plane we're going to be flying on over to Osaka. But they're all being loaded onto these containers and pallets. As you can see, DB11, GT2 RS, Turbo S, S63, Turbo S Cabriolet, SLR, the Murcielago SV, Turbo S Ferrari F12. This is all arranged by Geodis, one of the sponsors of Gumball 3000. But each of these get loaded up, then these get put into the planes. Then we'll see them unloaded at the other side in Japan. It could not get more ridiculous in any possible way. 100 supercars being taken to the other side of the world as we have the startup of the SV. I don't really know, well, I've never seen anything like this. Absolutely incredible to see how it works, to see a bit behind the scenes. The Lexus LFA Nürburgring edition is up there on the top of that pallet. Ferrari Speciale in the background. Even some of the cars that have already been done, like the Dawn over there at the back. There's another Rolls-Royce Wraith as well. But this is behind the scenes in the finest possible way as 100 cars get shipped to Japan. Did you ever think this would actually happen? All together immediately to drive out on the other side. Insanity. That's how efficient this process is. The cars are picked up by a forklift and they are taken away. The double-decker here with the GT2 RS and the Aston Martin DB11. We will see those again on the ground in Japan. I still can't believe I'm actually saying that. Check this out. Bologna Airport have a Lamborghini Huracan that they use to direct aircraft around the actual airfield to their aprons. How cool is that? It's a loaner car from Lamborghini. We're very near the home of Lambo in Sant'Agata Bolognese, but that blasts up and down, and the aircraft follow it down the runway or wherever they're going down the taxiways. This is such a cool airport, to be completely honest. This is all organised by Geodis. They're the ones responsible for making sure these cars end up in the right place. Well, hopefully they're all going to Osaka, but being loaded up, stacked one on top of the other. You can see how this works with that pallet being lifted up onto the top of this one. This one will go on top of there, whichever car they put on. That 911 will go on top of the F12 and so on. All double stacked, all locked and loaded. And then here we've got the Lexus LFA Nürburgring edition being taken back to its home in Japan. This is all so unbelievably crazy and cool to be around it all. Honestly, I've never seen or been anywhere like this. This car's from Dubai. That means it's been from Dubai to London, London to Italy, Italy to Japan, and then Japan back to Dubai. Around the world ticket for the car, or what? So loud and grumbly. You wouldn't believe the rumble, the rawness of that V8, proper American V8. Then it's been taken to Hennessy. And I'm assuming by the parachute on the back it's ridiculously powerful. Well, that was cool. This side are the cars for plane number 3. So we've got the Range Rover SVR, Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, Porsche GT2 RS, 458 Italia, Audi R8 V10 Plus, RS6, Panamera Sport Turismo. Behind me we've got a DeLorean next to a Raptor pickup, the AMG GTRS, the tribute to the Rotor Zao, Team Draken with their cars, M4 GTS 720S, Team Alpha with the Giulia Quadrifoglio, the Team Masters of Speed 300 SL Gullwing behind. You've got just supercars everywhere, awesome Wrap 720S, the New York Police Department car, decked out as a police car taking part. So these are the third batch. This batch at the end are the cars that are actually staying in Europe, so the owners might be driving another car in Japan, renting a car, or just taking part in the European leg. So the Drophead, GT3, Huracan Performante Spider 720S, a 675 LT Spider at the back, New York Police Department car, Bentayga, Cali T, Performante Spider. This just goes on and on. Cars everywhere. And there's also Car Park 2 around there. The thing is that this type of lineup is ridiculous at any car event, let alone an event where they're going to the other side of the world. The 812 Superfast, there's Josh Cartou's one just up there. Ferrari 288 GTO next to the BMW Z8. 488 Spider, 488 GTB, another M4 GTS, F-Type SVR, Ferraris, M4, line of Ferraris, Lexus LFA at the end. On this side, 918 Spider, how could I miss that? F12 Berlinetta, 488 Spider, the Dawn here, Rolls-Royce Dawn, pink chrome 720S, Bentley convertible, another 720S, one of the other New York police cars. That LFA though is a work of art, a stunning thing, absolutely love it. But just this whole lineup, we're going to be seeing this lot in Japan in the very, very near future. In just about 24 hours time, they'll all be out on the ground when we get over there. And just get your head around that. We are talking millions of pounds here of cars, tens of millions of pounds of cars. The 288 is a couple of million on its own, and they're all being flown to Japan. We haven't had them all, by the way. Another 488 Spider, Bentley Continental GT3R, the Mercedes E63R as it's been called by Team Masters of Speed, the G500 4x4 squared. We're just surrounded by the craziest of every type of car. And before we even get as far as boarding our plane, the check-in desk area has become a nightclub of sorts. This is Gumball Air. We're going to be boarding in a moment, seeing the cars going in, confetti cannons going off. How crazy! We're now out on the tarmac where the plane is ready and the Huracan is here too. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but you can see loads more of the Gumball cars have now been stacked up onto their pallets ready for shipping. And even in the background, spot two Aventadors back there. Given the factory is just around the corner, they actually fly Aventadors around the world. Lamborghini Huracans go by ship, but the Aventadors go by plane. So let's head on over then, check out this and get boarded. How cool is this then? It's an LP580-2, the 580 horsepower V10 rear wheel drive version of the Huracan as opposed to the normal four-wheel drive. But follow me, the planes literally follow the Huracan around the airfield, only at the Aeroporto di Bologna, Bologna Airport here in Italy.
Very important safety procedure that we stick to the aircraft.
Tradition before departing on Gumball Air. Will it last until we land? That is the question.
See you in Japan.
Ben, I think there's one more vehicle we haven't stickered yet.
Is it that one, mate?
It might be. Follow me, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Follow Me.
In the middle
it is
of the
kind
O.
of cool.
It's kind of tradition, isn't it?
In the middle of the O. Oh.
It feels a bit dirty, so I don't know how long that'll last, but...
Sweet! Off he goes to guide a plane in. How fun is that? What a job, driving that around an airfield all day. For many people, that would be heaven. Now do some big donuts or something. As the plane takes off. So where are these cargo planes? We were expecting them to appear, but they haven't done yet. A revving Huracan next to an airliner on the airfield. This is totally surreal. This is absolutely unbelievable.
And up we go, Gumball Air is airborne.
This is the civilized end of the plane. This is the party end. The guys are basically turning the plane into a disco. It's Gumball Air after all, hey? This is what it's like. Everybody's in the mood, in the spirit. We're not actually going to be driving when we get off tomorrow. When we arrive in Osaka, we're going to touch down in Kazakhstan just to fuel the plane. When we arrive in Osaka in Japan, we then get to chill out, have a bit of time there before we drive the following morning. So, fun times. It might be a long evening, but it's always an entertaining one. There appears to be a dinosaur on the plane. I don't know where the dinosaur came from, but it's chilling. What is even going on here? What is this? Obviously, the dinosaur has to get stickers. Okay, round the other side, round the other side. There we go. All the teams, Team Lorna, Team Alpha, Team Schmee. Dinosaurs getting what to what.
Here we are then, coming into land in Japan. Osaka, we are arriving.
The moment of truth was ruined because we came out a different door, but we can see over at that door that they have all survived. The door was well and truly stickered before we boarded. Good work, Gumballers. Yep. Now that was a flight and a half. Let's just say weddings, unicorn hats, dinosaurs, and just about everything that would not be safe for YouTube. Yeah. But we are now in Japan, so let's get out of the airport and head over to the hotel. Good morning to you then from Japan. We're at Osaka Kansai Airport where the cars have been unloaded here inside a hangar at the cargo terminal. The last few cars are being taken off their pallets, but we have the entire grid of the Gumball cars that have flown in on 3 different cargo planes now here parked up in the hangar with the Gumballers just arriving on buses to collect them and take them out for today's adventure. So the last cars that will be unloaded we've got right here. This is actually ridiculous when you think that we were with these cars in Europe 2 days ago or so, 1 day ago. It depends, time zones are absolutely everywhere right now, but all of the cars lined up. I honestly, as the Draken 458 fires up to come off its lower stand, this is boggling my mind. This is absolutely boggling my mind. The cars with their stickers, with their grime, with their road dirt, as you can see on the 288 GTO. I still think this is just ridiculously cool. That car went from Australia to London, now to Japan. It's halfway back home. The LFA from Switzerland is back at its birthplace, obviously built here in Japan. You can hear the noise of the planes coming past outside the hangar because the runway is just over there. Literally, oh, that one just went up over the top. We are, I mean, this is the most international event, like ever. Belgium, Sweden, Britain, Germany, Dubai, California. What is all of this? I mean, nothing else in the world is like this. The Indian 911, and they're all just lined up here, unloaded, ready for the owners to come in and pick them up. My mind is kind of in overload right now at the sheer ridiculousness of flying 100 supercars literally across the world. This is absurdity in every way. The Team Salomon SV Roadster. What? Team Alpha with their cars. My word. My absolute word. It's insane. It's completely beyond insane. Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, Gumballs have done a few intercontinental trips before, but this many cars all being flown, 3 planes to take them all here, the SLR. Just, I mean, this is loose calculation, 20-30 million pounds worth of cars that's just been flown across the world. And if you're like me and you like your cars and you liked watching these drive from London to Chantilly to Milan to Bologna, now they're all here in Japan to drive from here in Osaka to Kyoto to Mt Fuji and then to Tokyo. Nuts. Completely and totally nuts, to be honest. This is a special experience to be able to see them all, see all the cars that have been shipped out here by Geodis for Gumball 3000 that we saw being loaded up in Bologna in Italy. Like, how does the brain compute this? How do you, a plane going up, if you could just see that, we are literally right beside the active runway. The 300 SL there, unusual car for the rally, C63 behind it just fired up. The last cars to literally be unloaded. Meanwhile, I'm running around like a headless chicken, confused and lost, but very excited because this doesn't normally happen. Well, that's been pretty crazy, but as always, the Gumball 3000 adventure must continue, so make sure to stay tuned, stay subscribed. There is plenty more coming from the next couple of days driving here in Japan. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. All of these cars flying over from Europe to the other side of the world. But that's it for now. Thanks again, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers.